I experienced the greatest shock of my life that evening. After 20 years of marriage, 2 beautiful children, and years of happiness, at least, that's what I thought. I came home early, unaware that everything was about to change. When I entered the room and saw the look of determination on my wife's face, the words got stuck in my throat. Was this just a weekend getaway, or was it a betrayal that would shake the very foundation of my life? Before I dive into my story, I want to ask, if you don't want your life turned upside down like mine, please subscribe to my channel. I share real-life lessons from stories just like mine. Also, feel free to share your thoughts on the shocking truths I've experienced in the comments, and don't forget to show your support by liking this video. Now that you've subscribed, let's get started. My name is Jack Miller. At the time these events took place, my wife, Kate, and I had just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. We met in college and got married right after graduation. We had 2 wonderful daughters, Emma and Chloe. Emma had just started college, and Chloe was about to graduate from high school. 6 weeks earlier, we had dropped Emma off at a state university. Chloe was considering attending the same university. Like most siblings, they often argued, but their bond was undeniable. Emma's departure had left a big hole in our home, even though we were happy to see her starting this new chapter in her life. I worked as a partner at a large accounting firm, while Kate worked as a supervisor at a construction materials company. Even though she had studied English in college, her career path had taken her into the business world. Financially, we were doing well. We had a beautiful home, new cars, and a comfortable lifestyle. However, Emma leaving for college had deeply affected Kate. I noticed she seemed distant in recent weeks, but I didn't question it much at the time. That Friday, I left work early. Chloe was spending the weekend at a school camp, which meant it would be just Kate and me at home. I decided to use this time to rekindle our relationship with a romantic dinner. Though I had sensed something was wrong, instead of confronting it, I chose to focus on fixing things between us. When I arrived home, I saw Kate's car in the garage, meaning she had also left work early. That I walked inside and made my way to our bedroom. "Honey, I'm home," I called out. Kate responded, "Yes, I'm here." When I entered the room, I found her doing her makeup. She was wearing the black dress I had given her last Christmas, with an elegant pearl necklace around her neck. Next to her was an open suitcase, into which she was packing a few clothes. At that moment, everything seemed to freeze. My heart raced. Kate's preparations weren't for the romantic weekend I had imagined. The truth was about to hit me hard, like shattered glass. "Are we going somewhere?" I asked, my voice trembling. "You didn't tell me, but I can get ready quickly." "Where are we going?" The excitement in my voice would quickly vanish once I heard the truth. Kate lowered her gaze and spoke slowly. "Jack, I'm sorry, but I have a date this weekend. I wasn't planning on telling you, but since you came home early, I need to explain." "A date?" The word echoed in my mind. How could the words date and marriage be in the same sentence? Was this some kind of joke? I had never been so shocked in my life. "A date? What do you mean? We're not in an open marriage, Kate. How could you do this?" Her voice was calm, yet firm. "Jack, it's just for the weekend. I've been feeling lost ever since Emma left for college. This is like therapy for me. I'm going to reevaluate everything this weekend, and I'll come back on Monday morning as the same Kate. Nothing will change." Her words sent a chill through me. "Kate, this is madness. How long have you been seeing this man? Who is he? Are you cheating on me?" "No," she replied quickly. "This isn't an affair. We've just had a few lunch meetings. This is a fling, a one-time thing. He's married and has children too. I don't want to hurt our relationship, Jack. It's just for this weekend. Please try to understand." The word understand only fueled my anger. How could she ask me to understand something like this? Worse, how could she justify it? "So, you think being with another man will somehow make our marriage stronger?" I asked. She responded with the same determination. "Yes, I need to feel young, beautiful, and alive again. It's something I need. I want you to give me this weekend as a gift and try to understand me. I'll come back Monday morning as if nothing happened, I promise." At that moment, I was certain the woman standing in front of me was not the Kate I had been married to for years. It felt as though a stranger had taken her place. I couldn't find a logical response or form coherent words. Taking a deep breath, I finally said, "If you're determined to go through with this weekend, that's your choice. But just know, you have until your Uber arrives to change your mind. Before you leave, I want you to keep your phone on. This is purely for your safety. Nothing else." Kate paused for a moment, then nodded. "Okay," she said, "but promise me you won't follow me or try to ruin my plans." I promised, but inside, a storm was brewing. Kate's betrayal would change our lives forever. I had already planned my first step in this transformation as Kate packed her bag and waited for her Uber. I sat quietly, struggling with a mix of emotions. I wanted to stop Kate, but I didn't want to humiliate myself either. I let her leave when the Uber arrived. She dragged her suitcase to the car without looking back. And then, she was gone the moment Kate left. I grabbed my phone. A new chapter of my life was about to begin. I thought of someone who had once meant a lot to me, but had never gone beyond that, because of my loyalty to Kate. It was time to call Sarah. "Hi, Sarah. It's Jack," I said, my voice trembling, but I was determined. Sarah's warm voice brought me back to the past. "Jack, it's been years. I've wondered how you've been," she said. I quickly explained my situation. I told her about Kate's decision to spend the weekend with another man, and how I could no longer continue my marriage. Sarah was silent for a moment, then gently asked, "What do you want me to do, Jack?" "Sarah, I made you a promise," I said. "If my marriage ever ended, I would call you, and now here I am. I'd like to spend this evening with you. I just need to talk." Without hesitation, Sarah agreed. I drove to her house, and she greeted me at the door with a big smile. Her warmth and understanding calmed the chaos inside me. That night, we talked for hours about Kate's betrayal, my feelings, and the bond Sarah and I once shared but never pursued. As the conversation continued, I realized something I had been hiding for years. I didn't just want one night with Sarah. I wanted a lifetime with her. I spent the weekend with Sarah, and emotionally and physically, I felt more complete than I had in years. I realized that Kate leaving that evening had actually set me free. On Sunday, when Kate returned home, she walked in with a confident glow in her eyes. "See, nothing's changed. I'm back, just the same Kate," she said. But Kate didn't know that everything had changed. That weekend had been a turning point for me. Even though I wanted to believe I still loved her, my heart rejected the idea. I listened to her in silence, processing her words like I was taking notes in my mind. Finally, I spoke without hesitation. "Kate, this weekend made me realize that our marriage is over. I'm not saying I won't forgive you, but I can't continue this relationship. Tomorrow, I'm starting the divorce process." The relief on Kate's face quickly turned to fear and shock. In that moment, she realized her betrayal wasn't just a weekend fling. It had changed everything forever. She cried and pleaded, but my decision was final. The divorce process with Kate was swift and fair. I explained the situation to our daughters, Emma and Chloe, encouraging them not to judge their mother's mistakes and to continue loving her. Over time, everyone adjusted to the new reality. Sarah and I, on the other hand, fell in love all over again. Within a few years, we got married and built our own family. We had 2 wonderful children together, and I formed a strong bond with Sarah's son, Lucas. Today, looking back, I realized that weekend was a turning point for me. Sometimes, the greatest betrayals pave the way for the most beautiful new beginnings. Kate lost me with her poor choices, but through that, I found myself and true love.